Hi, Aquarius. This is your love reading. Sorry it's kind of dark in here. I don't have a lamp in my living room. Anyway, so since you had the most views last month, we are going to start with you. First thing that's coming up is spoil yourself this month, or allow yourself to be spoiled. Allow other people to spoil you, to take you on nice dates, buy you things. Just say thank you. You know, it's okay. Don't feel guilty for it. You deserve it. So this is for anyone who is an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and this is your love reading for September 24th through October 24th. If you're new to the channel, I'm glad you found me, and thank you for showing up. I hope you like the videos. If you've been here before, if you're a subscriber, thank you for all your support here on Snapchat, Facebook, all the social media, any places that you're supporting my work in tarot. So, whoa, little guy just jumped on the floor. And you know how we started with that card saying, spoil yourself or allow other people to spoil you? It's saying that it's been a long time since you've really allowed other people to help you, since you've been open to that. And now is a good time to do that. Like, don't feel guilty. You know, you help other people all the time. Let them take care of you a little bit. So we're going to start with singles. And if you're watching this for yourself, great. You can watch it for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. When it comes to love stuff, I tend to watch and pay the most attention to my moon sign just because it deals with emotions. So, but whatever feels good to you, take the pieces that do resonate for you from each of those, or whatever seems to fit you best. And then also, if you're interested in a specific person, you can try to figure out what's going on in their life if you're having issues by watching theirs. But we'll just get started. So for single Aquarius, what do we have this month for you? We've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Now, I want to find out why. Okay. Here's the deal. There are probably a lot of changes happening this month. Now, you might not be starting feeling like really excited, like maybe a little bit hesitant going into this month, going into new relationships, meeting new people. Ultimately, though, law of attraction is really working for you. You've been emotionally balanced. You have all of these little wishes you put out into the world, and they're starting to come back to you, and they're going to culminate into something even bigger and brighter than you had anticipated. Like, the world has so many good things to offer you in the form of opportunities where you may be moving home, maybe changing career, things like that, but you might not really... It's like you're cautiously going into it. This month might be a month more about practicality than love, but it's just kind of saying, you know what, love is to follow. So this is going to sound a little bit strange, and everybody reads cards differently. But if you are in a same, wait, what am I trying to say here? Okay, so if you are gay, this is a good month for love, especially for you, okay? You could meet the person that you would marry. It doesn't mean that won't happen if you're straight, but particularly for my gay Aquarians, the challenge, though, is really focusing in on what you want, because the law of attraction, okay, this is coming up as a challenge, your wish card. And this is for everybody, gay or straight, okay? That it's challenging to make the correct wish, right? So the law of attraction doesn't really know what it is that you want and what it is that you don't. The difference between a good wish and a bad wish. It's just really obedient. Like, you say, okay, I'm thinking about loyalty. So you attract someone loyal. If you say, I'm thinking about this a-hole who cheated on me, you're going to attract more cheaters, right? So that's kind of the issue. So be very careful where you're putting your thoughts and what you're saying and what you're writing down, okay? What else this month? You have to get more sleep. You have to get more rest. You need that time out to kind of clear some space in your mind and in your situation for good new things to come your way. And some of you are just, okay, so this looks like a good month for opportunities, for kind of getting yourself moving in the right direction and to attract the perfect mate. But for those of you who will not be setting yourself up for that, the reason why is because you have not let go of the past, of somebody in the past. And it's okay to love them, like to care about them, but it's not okay to like keep those cords of attachment there where, you know, they're sucking your energy. You're thinking about them all the time. You're living with all of this resentment and pain and heartbreak. And therefore, you can't step into the next relationship with the next person. There has to be an empty place for that person to come in, right? I watched this video on law of attraction. It was like 6 steps. And to be honest, it wasn't very helpful. But the one thing that I took away was the guy said it's a really good idea to clear the space for the things that you want to come into your life. So this guy, he really wanted this car, okay? So he was writing down like the specifications of all the things he wanted, the interior color, all this stuff. He cleaned up his garage, made space for it in his garage, and then eventually he went and he got his car, you know? But that's my point. Like in romantic relationships, we're single and then we want to be with somebody really, really wonderful. But until we clear the space for that person to come into our life, until we get rid of, you know, the space that's occupied by this ex-love that is no good for us, that maybe we've already physically left them but can't emotionally yet leave, we can't emotionally draw in somebody else, right? And so it's saying here, you have a couple challenges that popped out. That the challenge is to stop looking so closely like right at what's in front of you. Think on broader scale, like on in bigger terms as to what it is that you want. And then, you know, but keep also working on manifesting the things that you want in your day-to-day life. It's sort of like right now is just a period of change. It really is. And your life is getting better. It is. You have to go through these changes for new wonderful things to come into your life. And these cards are really assuring you that they are, but it's also asking you to also emotionally do the work so that they can come in easier and more quickly, okay? So this is, it's interesting that this is the next card to follow because it's saying, you know, take actions on your thoughts. Or also, this, I don't know why you have so many cards about the law of attraction this month. It must be a very powerful month for you. I don't know what's going on astrologically, but it's saying that, you know, it's challenging to change the way that you think and therefore to change your environment. But it's something that you need to do, okay? Now, what else for single Aquarians this month? And that could be your sun, moon, or rising. Yeah, it just keeps saying, you know, if you're single and you want something to come into your life, someone new, someone better, you don't want to be single anymore, you have to break those ties. See, this is the Devil card. I always point this out. You see how those chains are around their neck? It's like big enough to just slip it up over their head. So you can do that. But you're choosing to stay here, to stay tied. You're choosing to stay with this person because of maybe passion and sex and lust or whatever. But you know they're not good for you, right? What happens when you get too close to the flame? You get burned. Just saying. So is there any other advice for Aquarius singles this month? So it's just saying the same way that we started, that it's okay if you don't want to entirely dump your emotions into new relationships that you meet with people until you feel like they're safe. But it's also saying, this card this way, that those things from the past, those people from the past, it's maybe time to let them go. Okay, for those of you who are coupled Aquarians, what do we see for you this month? And it's September 24th through October 24th. Oh, good, emotional balance here with Temperance card. You know, your day-to-day life and your emotions, like the tangible things that you can actually see, and then your feelings, your instincts are totally in sync. That's a really good environment for you to be in. And then the Queen of Swords. So you're just so easy to get along with this month because you're not being a bitch either. Not that Aquarians typically are, but I think all people can be when they're pushed to a certain limit. And it's like, that doesn't even happen this month. What else do we see? So some of you are challenged the same way that singles are, but also in a very different way. Where it's like some of you are staying in relationships because, you know, you're in it. Some of you are married and you've lost your lust, you've lost your passion, and then you go, but I don't know that I want to leave. So what this card is saying here is that whatever you're thinking, whatever frame of mind and heart you're coming from, they are balanced. Your emotions and your thoughts are balanced. We started with the Temperance, and now we have that same theme going on here with the Star. So make your wishes. You have a lot of similar cards as singles. Make your wishes, and they will be more beautiful. They will come to life, you know, and be more beautiful than you could have imagined. You can have what it is that you want, and this is just reaffirming that, you know what, whatever it is that you're actually wishing for, that you're focused on, that you're thinking about, is not unhealthy. You're in a good place. You know what it is that you need now. So give your focus to that instead of the things that you do not desire. Now, some of you are wanting to get a divorce. And for those of you that do, it's kind of saying, you know what, you're right. But for those of you who are not in that situation, this is talking about just sparking, bringing new spark into your relationship. Try to get excited about your relationship. Try to do new things together. Go on fun adventures. Do things you've never done before. Like maybe if you always go to dinner and a movie, like go for a hike. Go geocaching. Get an app for that and a shovel and a metal detector or something. Or go to a carnival. You know, do things that are really fun and uncharacteristic for your relationship because it can bring you closer. What else? If that's you trying to bring the spark back, you know, you are strong enough to do it despite any hardships that you've had in your relationship. It can ultimately be very happy, but you have to have tact and patience. You have to be very patient with your partner at this point in time. And so when we started with that Queen of Swords in reverse, don't be cutting. Be cautious of your words. Take the time to think about things before you say them. But ultimately, because if you can do that, you can be your partner's like whole sunshine and rainbows. Like they will look at you and say, that is the most wonderful person I have ever met and I want to be with them forever. And then your relationship is stronger, you know, like they really will adore you. If they don't already put you on that pedestal and just see you as their whole sun and moon. So really good things for some of you that are coupled. For the rest of you, it's still a good thing though. If you had been wanting to get a divorce and you wanted to move on, now is definitely a good time to do that because we do have a lot of positive cards saying that what it is that we wish for, we can have. For those of you who are afraid though to leave because of financial insecurity, it's like you just need to feel the fear and do it anyway because your heart has already made its mind up, okay? There's no confusion about it. Everything will work itself out, but not making a change is not making a change, and that's making you sit there and suffer where you don't need to. So it's kind of a mixed bag for Aquarius, but in certain ways, it's kind of the same thing, whether you're single, coupled happily, or coupled unhappily. So some of you might need more very specific guidance for your own personal life. And if that's the case and you would like me to read your cards, it's always an honor to do that. Just reach out to me at through the website. All of the contact information is below. And let's see, what else did I want to say? If you're interested in learning how to read tarot, we're doing that on the Patreon site. There's just daily stuff all over the place on social media, Instagram, Snapchat. But if you're not interested in any of that stuff, thanks anyway for watching this video, and I hope that you found it helpful. Love and light, Aquarius. Mwah!